Alright, Shalom. Israel, Shalom.
Shalom.
This is Soldiers of One.
Brother Hadar.
And we were in the drive-thru at Whataburger, right? And we were talking about something. But basically what we were talking about is women who have a quote-unquote good man or maybe a really good man, and maybe having a friend that does not have a good man and claiming to love that friend that she has, but not willing to share her man with that friend. And basically what we're saying is that's really selfish. Right? Because if you love your sister the way that you're supposed to love your sister, why don't you want to see her happy too? You see that? So what you got to do is you got to love her. It's basically you're almost basically just like, well, I'm happy and she got to find her happiness. But you have her happiness right there. Where's your sisterly love at? You got something?
This is Leviticus 19, verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
So your sister is your neighbor. Your friend will be your neighbor, right? Your friend will be your sister and all of the above, but you're supposed to love that woman like you love yourself. You're supposed to love that sister like you love yourself. You love yourself enough where you know you need to be happy and you need your hedge and you need your head and you need everything like that, but yet for some reason you don't think that your sister needs the same thing, or if she does need the same thing, she has to go out and, you know what I'm saying, so-called just find somebody like that. That's literally ridiculous, man. And what it is it's very selfish, to be honest with you.
Right.
Go ahead.
You want the best for yourself. You should want the best for your sisters, your brothers, right? So it only makes sense that
Shalom, Shatar.
Shalom, Shatar. It only makes sense that if you know you have a good man and you have a sister out here in this world, in this land of darkness, with no hedge, no one to protect, provide, or lead her, or help raise the kids, that you open your household up and invite her into the family.
That's right.
Treat her like a sister.
That's right.
If you got a good man, why not open up the possibilities to taking her in? Oh, shit.
Salakia. All right, yeah, we had a technical difficulties. I think somebody texted me or something like that. But go ahead.
But what I was saying is, if you know you have a good man and you love your sisters and she's out here with no hedge, no leadership, no protection, no provider,
right,
and she don't have nobody to help raise her kids, why not open up your relationship and be open to the possibilities of letting her come in unto, or letting your husband come in unto her, take her as a wife, right in righteousness. You got niggas out here you supposedly faithful to that will cheat on you at the drop of a dime, and you know they cheating on you. But if a man in righteousness come to you and say and teach you that this is something according to the Bible, right, this is lawful, this is something that's righteous in the sight of the Most High, why not be open to that? And that's a way you unify this nation.
That's right.
This nation was built on polygynous relationships.
That's right.
Okay. Actually, I got another one.
And while he gets that, the coldest part is this. Well, not even the coldest part, but one of the cold parts is this. Not only are you guys so selfish that you will not share your man with your husband or with your friend, but you also have a mentality that she better not even look at him.
Right.
You'll be ready to terminate the whole friendship. You gonna be ready to bust her tires out, to flatten her tires, to bust her windows out. You're gonna be ready to do all of the above, right? You're gonna do everything but love her and but care about her. So I'll just present this question before the word dog gets this scripture and say, what kind of a friend are you? How much do you really care?
Go
ahead, Doc.
I go into what we read in Leviticus.
Right.
How you going? You love yourself to want the best for yourself, but you don't want the best for your sister. If you know you got a good man, then why shouldn't you share that with your sister?
Especially if they're far and few.
Right.
It ain't like good niggas is just growing on trees out here.
Man, actually, I'm gonna get one for that.
You'd rather see your sister with somebody that's whooping on her.
Right.
With somebody that ain't Come on, brother Ernie. Come on. That's right. But that's what you guys would rather see. You'd rather see your sister with somebody whooping on her. You'd rather see your sister with somebody trying to pimp on her. You'd rather see your sister with somebody trying to, you know what I'm saying, have them fly on the damn Greyhound with work and things of that nature, trying to get her on a pole before she deals with your man. It's the logic in that is so flawed, it's almost funny. If it wasn't the truth and if it wasn't disheartening, I would laugh right now. Go ahead, Art.
Right, real quick, like the brother was going into, we have men that's rising up, teaching our nation, leading our nation in righteousness, right? Most High says this, or the Bible says this, Job 28 and, no, Salakia, Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Right.
So a righteous man is as gold, right? A precious metal, something people value, something people hold to a high esteem, right? So this is something you want for yourself, like we said, over and over. This is something you should want for the sisters of your nation. And knowing that righteous men are few and far between, you should be willing to share the righteous man that you have if you have that opportunity to have it. Right? Here, another one. Genesis 30 and 18, right? Because like I said, the nation of Israel was built on polygynous relationships, right? Genesis 30, and I'll start at 17. And God hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the fifth son. Right? So it says God listened to Leah, right? And Leah said, this is the reason why God listened to Leah. God hath given me my hire because I have given my maiden to my husband.
No, because I hogged her or hogged him.
Because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Issachar.
That's right.
All right, so the women in the Bible who you have in your foremothers, right? The people who you should be taking an example and following after. She said, God listened to my prayers because I gave my husband my handmaid, right?
Because it was a righteous thing.
Exactly. So y'all really got to get out of this selfish, indoctrinated mind state that this so-called white man has put you in, right? Because it's only because of the slavery and the oppression that you went through where you're disconnected from this and you believe polygyny is something that's unrighteous, something that takes away from the value of your relationship with your husband, right? It doesn't have to take away from your relationship. It's adding to the family, adding to the nation.
That's right, Doc.
Right? Like, what is that? The pride of lions. You can have more children. The pride increases in number faster the more wives there are in the pride.
That's right. And then, truth be told, through your selfishness, you're just damning yourself. Because you're not doing what's righteous. You're not looking out for your people. You're not looking out for your sister. You're not looking out for whatever kids that she may have. And, you know, the Most High might not bless you because of stuff like that, man. And your ignorance. You might just be playing yourself at the end of the day. You might just be playing your phone tripping. Get the no hedges and they're spoiled, right? So you guys got to wake up, man. You guys got to get out of that selfish mentality. You got to get out of that that indoctrination that your oppressor has given you. You know what I mean? The same person, get this, right? The same person that told you it was wrong or it was unlawful for a man to have more than one wife is the same person that told you a man can be a woman if he wanted to.
Right.
It's the same person that told you a woman can be a man if she wanted to. And it's the same person that told you if this woman or this man decided to be whatever opposite of what they were made when they decided to do so, that you had to respect it or you were breaking the law. That you couldn't laugh at them. That you couldn't question it. They have names for people that question people that do things like that. They'll call you something like homophobic.
Right.
But this devil is the same person that told you a man can only have one woman. It's literally crazy. So you see where his moral, you see where his moral compass is. You see where his moral standard is. And it's not, his moral standard is not very high, man. So why would you cling on to somebody with morality like that to set the bar for your morality? You got to separate from this devil, man, in every way, shape, form possible, because it cleaving onto him doesn't do anything but damn our people further and further. Go ahead, Art.
Con, and I say this all the time. We look at these people as a standard of living, right? Like the brother just went into, these people don't have no moral compass. They don't have no standard that they live on. That's why there's so many wicked acts that are going on in the world today. But this is Ecclesiasticus 36:25. Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled.
A man to a woman, a husband to a wife is her hedge. Guess what? If your sister that you, and I'm talking about a spiritual sister, not your actual sister, because we know that it's unlawful for a man to deal with sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about your friend in that sense, right? But if your friend is without a husband, it's just a matter of time before she's spoiled, if she's not already spoiled, according to the scriptures. Go ahead.
And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning.
Right. There you have it. There you have it. You guys got to wake up, man. You want to see your sister spoiled? You know? So you guys got to, basically what we're saying is this, right? To the women in Israel, stop hogging your husband. You guys are husband hogging. That's all you're doing, and you're not, and it sounds crazy, like you're going to say whatever you want to say. You're going to talk however you want to talk. You're going to think whatever you want to think. And it's not a very popular thing that we're saying right now. We understand that, but you're husband hogging right now. You're damning yourself. You're damning the women of our nation. And you ultimately damages everybody just through your selfishness. And we got to get off of that. You know, we got to get off of that, man. What else you got out?
Salakia, we hungry. I'm eating. But this is Isaiah 4:1, right? It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Go to only. Salaki, go ahead. I'm sorry. Romans 12:2 next.
Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And that, so in these last days, polygynous relationships is something that women are going to be seeking for. Over there in, what happened?
No, go ahead. What's up, Monique? Go ahead.
Over there in Kenya right now, I believe it's Kenya, they just passed polygynous marriages, right? The women over there are grateful for this law passing. They're in a state, in a country where they understand, the women understand they need a man. They understand that good men are hard to find. So they are ecstatic about this law passing about polygynous relationships becoming legal. The women over here are dumbed down in a society where they feel like they're protected, and there's they feel like they have a hedge already without a man. They feel like they can do all this without a man, right?
Right.
But the days are coming when you're going to see how much you do need a man, right? It says, in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
They're gonna say we can feed ourselves, we can clothe ourselves. We just want to be able to be associated with you.
Right.
We just want to be able to bear your name. That's all.
So you can take away our reproach. Keep going. Verse 2, it says, "In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious." This is something that's beautiful and glorious in the sight of the Most High God, right? And it says, "And the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem." This is the point, right? Verse 4, "When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion," right? This is a filthy, evil, wicked thought for you to have this mindset that your man can't have another woman.
It's filthy according to the scriptures.
It's filthy.
It's filthy.
Right? I'm going to read this again.
Come on.
"When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning," right?
Come on.
So,
Shalom, Mark.
it's a righteous thing.
What's up, Amber? What's up, Sayan?
It's a righteous thing for these women, like in Kenya, for these women to be grateful and thankful for a polygynous relationship, for the opportunity for a polygynous relationship. Now we have men rising up throughout the states, throughout the Americas, all across the world, and we're showing our women that this is lawful. This is something that's beautiful according to Isaiah. This is something that's beautiful and glorious in the eyes of the Most High. Y'all need to get on board.
You have to get on board. And guess what? It's going to happen with or without you, man, because it's written in the book. So it's going to happen, and it ain't nothing you can do to stop it, right? And so, again, I'm going to reiterate for the people that just joined, what we're talking about is these women husband hogging, for lack of better words, right? They get their husband and they baby guard them, and they don't want their friends to look at them, and they'll look at their friends struggling. They'll look at their friend struggling because she's single. She don't have no man. Men are hard to come by.
Shalom, Pagayala.
Yeah, Shalom. I think we're outnumbered. I think women outnumber us by 3 million or something crazy like that, right? So
the Bible is only speaking on statistics anyway.
Kinda.
If Salaki, my bad.
You're good. Go ahead.
But, women outnumber men, regardless of what the stats say and what that ratio is. Women outnumber men. So even if we not looking at righteous men, which would be even make the ratio even that much more disproportionate, there are going to be women, if we stick to monogamous relationships, there are going to be women out here with no men ever, right? So you got to think about that just a little bit. And
Salakia, and you women, you sisters, it's sad that you're actually okay with that, as long as they don't deal with your man,
right?
With your quote unquote man. But you know that's a selfish mentality. There's not very much love in that mentality, and you're basically just saying that I got mine, now you go get yours. And as a nation, we're never gonna be built up like that, man. It's just stupid at the end of the day. What you got, huh? Shalom, Deacon.
Shalom, God. Real quick, we can get Matthew 25, right? This is a question I have for men and women who are opposed to polygyny, right? The kingdom of heaven is supposed to be paradise, right? Our ideal state of being. Yahushua would never equate, even in parables, a perfect estate to something that's unclean or something that's wicked, right? So Matthew 25:1, it says, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. All right, so again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a polygynous relationship, 10 women to 1 man. Okay, so you can have a problem with polygyny all you want, but the one thing you cannot do is say that it's against the Bible. You can't say it's against scriptures. You can't say it's unlawful for a man to have multiple wives, right? Matter of fact, a lot of people, especially women, try to say that polygyny is adultery, right? So they try to go that way. This is Leviticus 20:10. This is the definition of adultery, right? And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. So a man can only commit adultery physically if it's with another man's wife, right? You can't, if that sister is single and he goes and lays down with her, he just took him another wife. Here's another one, Deuteronomy, I believe it's 22:22. Deuteronomy 22:22.
Shalom, you call?
Shalom. This is the law, right? Deuteronomy 22:22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel. So again and again throughout the scriptures, adultery is constituted, as far as a man goes, with him lying with another man's wife, right? So you can't pull that adultery card. Polygyny is not adultery, right?
Polygyny is not adultery, man. And it's righteous at the beginning of the day, and it's righteous at the end of the day. And again, the onus is the attempt of this video is to put the onus back on you sisters, because at the end of the day, we were in the drive-thru for a very long time waiting on our food, right?
Too long.
It was far too long. It should have been free, right? But the thing is this: we were just talking and we were laughing about it, but it was serious at the same time, because it is literally selfish, and it shows how much you do not love your sister, but you hate your sister. If you have a man and your man, he's a most high fearing man, he walks to the best of his abilities in the law, statutes, and the commandments, right? He ain't beating on you. He ain't selling no drugs. He's working hard. He's doing what he has to do. He takes care of the kids. And you have this type of a man at the crib, and then you could literally see somebody that you would call your best friend, and she has nothing like that. In fact, the polar opposite, not even the man around, and you'll look at your friend, and it with a you need to find your own mentality. Right. It's literally nuts, because I'm of the school of thought that you should say, hey, well, my man is good. Let me go ask him if he's willing to take you on. You see that? That's how it should go.
It's like, I'll put it to you like this. Everybody needs to eat, right? I myself...
Everybody got to eat, B.
Everybody got to eat, B. I'll put it like this. I have a problem with eating in front of my brothers.
That's
the
right.
People I love, right?
That's
the
right.
People I care about. I will not sit up there and buy a whole meal of food and then eat it in your face without asking you at least if you want some.
And you starving.
You know our people out here hurt. You know your sisters out here hurt, right? So if you wouldn't do for yourself, like I said, we're going to equate it to food. I'm not going to sit up here and make sure I'm good, but I know my brother over there starving.
That's crazy. And you know he's starving. And not only are you going to eat in his face, but you're going to tell him how good the damn food is.
Right. That's basically what you're doing. I love my man. He do this and that for me.
Girl, I ain't got to go through what you go through, because my man, boom, 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 boom. And like, nigga, I ain't got to be hungry like you, nigga. Right. I just ate a fat sandwich.
Nah.
French fries. Had an apple pie. But y'all got to get off of that, man. It's a
I'm gonna read this this law again.
Get that.
I was gonna
Again,
get I was
Leviticus.
gonna get another law just outlining little stipulations about polygyny, right?
Right.
And
What's up, Evie?
Righteous, but we gotta read
If I said
this
it right. Go ahead.
This is the whole premise for why we doing this. Leviticus 19 and 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
So in Leviticus 19 and 18, it's telling you how to treat the people of your the children of your people, right? Go ahead.
But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord.
You got to love your neighbor as yourself. You got to love your brother as yourself. You women, you got to love your sister as yourself, and your brothers too. And we got to love our sisters too. But if you know that butter pecan, but if you know that you need certain things, then you know that she needs certain things. And if you have the things that she needs, then why wouldn't you make it accessible to her also?
Right.
You know, and things like that need to be, you know what I'm saying, called into question, man. Because at the end of the day, get Genesis 3 and 16 up.
3 and 16.
Yeah, Bubba Kasha. Because we, you know what I'm saying, we gotta understand something. Go ahead.
Genesis 3 and 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception.
Right.
In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
Right.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Your husband rules over you. You don't rule over your husband. You see that? So you are your husband's possession. He's not your possession. He is your husband. True. You don't rule over him, though. Shatar said we ain't got a better camera angle.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. I can push up. Nah.
But so we gotta understand that, or we gotta understand that, and our sisters gotta understand that also. You know what I'm saying? That sisters claim that they're in the truth. That they're heavily still in this world, and see what they'll do is they'll put on a dress, they'll have some fringes, they'll put on a hair wrap, just like a lot of the brothers too. And the scripture speaks to that a Jew outwardly but not inwardly. You know what I'm saying? But they'll cleave on the Esaus system, man. They'll cleave on the Esau's ideologies. You know, it was a damn homosexual that told you can only have one wife, man. And that's just being flat out. You know what I mean? The same, again, I'll reiterate, and I say this all the time. The same person that told you can only have one wife is the same person that told you a man can be a woman on any given day.
Same people that brought what is that, syphilis over here because they laying down with sheep.
Shalom, Shatar Hassad.
Shalom, King. I saw that sit down. Actually, I saw like half of it. I'm finna go watch it when I get inside.
I saw the whole thing.
Hey, that sit down was fire. I already knew that dude Vocab Salakia. That dude Vocab is a demon, and you already Sakari know how to deal with demons. Asad, you did a good job, King.
Excellent. All praises for that too. All praises to the Most High, man. That was really powerful. But so you sisters got to get with it, man. You got to love your sister like you love yourself, man. You know what I mean? If you know you're hungry and you know she ain't ate, you know she hungry and she ain't ate. If you know you got a man that's a good man and he leading you right and everything like that, and she don't have that, then you should go out of your way to try to make sure that she has that, even if you got to share. You know what I'm saying?
I'm bringing this out too, as far as men, like the brother just said. We read Genesis 3 and 16 where it says, your husband's gonna rule over you, right? There's no equality with the Most High. God deals with order. The order of the household is the woman is under the man, right? And what is that? I want to say, I'm not gonna butcher it, but you're supposed to obey your husband as you do the Lord. And we might get that actually, but I want to tell the brothers, you ain't got to tell your wife everything, right? Just like you wouldn't tell, I put it like this, just like you wouldn't tell your children everything if you going through something, rough times or something, you missing bills, you can't pay a bill, you're not gonna go to your 7-year-old and tell him, listen, bro, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. We late on the rent. We might not have no place to stay. You're not gonna tell him that.
Right.
So with the same thing, you're not gonna tell your woman everything. She's not built to handle everything you built to deal with. That's why you the head of the household.
That's a lot, kid. But before you get that, again, to the women, you have to understand that the way you conduct yourselves and that jealous spirit that you have on you, it hinders the relationship that you have with your husband. He's not going to tell you everything because he can't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he might want to tell you something, but man, I already know how she, you know what I'm saying? How she
you know
is
you
and how
can't
she
handle it.
Right. He ain't trying to wake up with his throat cut. Right? Go ahead, Salaki.
I keep eating while I'm supposed to be reading. My bad.
Shalom, B. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 37:11. Neither consult with the woman touching her of whom she is jealous.
Right.
You're not supposed to be consulting with your woman about bringing somebody else into the relationship. That's none of her business. That's you and what you want to do. Right? She ain't got no say so in that. It says, neither with the coward in matters of war. You're not gonna talk to nobody that's not fit for war. You're not gonna go consult with him about how you gonna wage war. It says, nor with the merchant concerning exchange. You're not gonna go to somebody who sells goods all day,
right,
about how much money you can be making instead of him. Right. Nor with the buyer of selling, right? Like I just said, nor with an envious man of thankfulness, nor with an unmerciful man touching kindness,
right?
Nor with the slothful for any work. So you're not gonna go to somebody asking for wisdom or understanding when they don't have no wisdom or understanding in that field that you're looking for advice for. Nor with a hireling for a year of finishing work, nor with an idle servant of much business. Hearken not unto these in any matter of counsel.
All
right.
In any matter of counsel. It's basically saying, why would you talk to somebody that's contrary to what you're talking about? Anything. It just doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, the Bible is full of infinite wisdom. And it's not wise to consult with a jealous woman about another woman. Right?
I got another one.
It's damn not even wise to tell a jealous woman that you just got a new supervisor at the job and she's pretty.
Right.
You lying, you know what I'm saying? Talking about, no, she ain't that cute. No, good and damn well, she fine as ever.
And then I'll tell you, that's a way to keep from lying to your woman. Just shut your mouth and don't say shit. Salakia.
You got that, Micah?
Yeah, Micah 7:5.
Right.
Trust ye not in a friend. Salakia. Something funny. I posted this on some Facebook post. And this woman jumps on and says, well, that's not talking about... No, actually, she jumps on. She was like, what's that scripture talking about? You're not supposed to tell your wife everything. Right? So I give her Micah 7:5. It says, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a God. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. Right? This is telling you ain't got to tell your woman everything. You shouldn't tell your woman everything.
That's right.
Right? She gets on. She was like, that ain't got nothing to do with your wife. So I go on her page and I'll see, oh, you married. I was like, well, sis, I can't really deal with you like that, going back and forth. Bring your husband, tell him to hit my inbox, and we can talk about it. And he saw the post. He saw the little exchange we had and a few little comments, and he ain't never hit me up. I'm telling you, that brother had to go back to his house and was like, well, the Bible say what it say. I ain't got to tell you nothing, right? A lot of you women got to get in order, but you men do too.
That's right. Yeah, your pops was a wise man. Very well. And my pops used to tell me things, you know what I'm saying, similar to that also, man. You know what I mean? Look, it's just not wise, man. And so what America has done and what Esau has done, especially in what we call America is he's created some system to where he has a man feeling wrong if he doesn't tell his wife everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, man or woman, is on an equal playing field, and if you don't tell her this or you don't tell her that, you're keeping secrets, and the relationship should be open. You know what I mean? Like, you go to Dr. Phil or Oprah or something like that, man, they're gonna talk bad about you. You know, you watch the little divorce court shows or whatever, and it's just all out of line. It's just all discombobulated and out of pocket, and nobody is in order. You know what I mean? He said, we used to fight on the soccer field, and he said, don't tell your mom. That's right, Doc. That's right, Doc. That's right. You know? But at the end of the day, you sisters, man, you gotta stop being so self-centered. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, Shalom, Callie. You gotta stop being so self-centered, right? If you really love your quote-unquote best friend, and you really want to see your best friend happy, and you have knowledge of these scriptures, whether big or small, then you should invite her with you and your husband.
Okay, I got another one.
The invite should at least be there. Whether he says no or whether she says no, that's a whole nother ball game.
Right.
But your intention should be righteous. Your intentions should be to be looking out for the best of her. Go ahead.
This is Ephesians 5:22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord.
Right.
For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
And so a husband is the head of the wife. What is a body without a head? Right? Any woman that you see walking around here without a husband, she's a literal body without a head.
And then we're not saying
go ahead,
you got to get married, but it's a hedge, protection. Why wouldn't you want protection in this land where you could be killed? They killing men and women. They don't care about gender. They'll lock you up too. Go ahead, Doc.
So it's just a body without a head, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why they be over here bumping into everything. You know what I mean? Because they ain't got no head on them. They ain't got no eyes to see. They ain't got a brain to think. And I'm not trying to bash nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do anything like that. At the end of the day, I love my people. I love my nation. I love our God. Point blank, period. And as far as the Bible's concerned, the Most High God sees that it's a righteous thing for a man to have multiple wives. And we are commanded, both Israelite men and women, to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. And you're supposed to love your sister like you love yourself. If you got a good man, like I said, the invite should at least be there for your sister to join in on y'all union, man. And we ain't talking about no wicked ass threesomes or nothing like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't take this stuff and go running with it, right? So go ahead,
we just read that wives supposed to submit themselves to their husband because the husband is the head, right?
Right.
This is Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. So when, like the brother was going into, Esau is putting in Eve's head that they equal to the man. And what that does in turn is that puts Eve on an unnatural position to where she at most points, I don't need a man. I can do this by myself.
Right.
Right. Even
they actually boast in that spirit.
They do.
Yeah, they pound their chest and they brag, and it sounds crazy, but slack y'all.
You don't hear the white woman. You don't hear the Chinese woman.
Never.
You don't hear African women saying we don't need the man. We don't want the man. No species, be it man and woman or any creature, can function without both roles.
Hey, Salakia, Hey, Ernie, you absolutely right. I was finna say the same thing. They say we're equal to men, and that's even being generous to the mentality that they have today, because that's even lot. No, it's generous because they're lying. They actually feel like they're superior to men.
There you go.
They just be saying that because it sounds like the right thing to say, even though it's off as hell.
And then I'll say this too. There's, for the most part, you can see a lot of women of our people, they get ahead in life a little faster, right? They have certain opportunities that men don't have in this society. It's set up like that. Esau has set it up to where Eve can make more money real quick. Eve can get more job opportunities real quick. More education opportunities, housing opportunities.
She can't. Matter of fact, Eve can't even get government assistant housing if she has a man with her. They'll tell us flat out to kick him out.
You gotta kick your man out for the government to assist you in these ways. But it's set up for both those things to happen, for you to get rid of the man, and then for you to feel like you above or equal to that man.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. So Deuteronomy 7:6 says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people above all people upon the face of the earth." So we already know that holy means separate. We're not supposed to be like everybody else. We're not supposed to live like everybody else. Get envy thou not the oppressor.
Proverbs 3:31.
We're not supposed to. We have our own thing going. We have our own laws going. We have our own nationality, right?
Proverbs 3:31. And I'll say this too. Your oppressors don't operate like this. And they got this power because they know the roles in the household.
Right.
The man can be the man, the woman can be the woman. But
right.
Proverbs 31:31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Choose none of his ways, man. Don't choose any of his ways. His philosophy, throw it in the trash can. His holidays, throw it in the trash can. His attire, throw it in the trash can. Don't choose anything that he has to say. Go ahead.
Shalom, Shaquat.
Yeah, shalom, shalom.
That's my man.
So we're not supposed to do that, man. We're a separate people. We're set apart, and we're better than everybody else. No cap, like the youngsters say.
He said youngster.
You know what I'm saying?
This a creepy old man.
There's no creepy old man right here. Get it right. You know what I mean? The older I get, the creepier I get. Right? But I be trying to stay intact with some of the lingo, so no cap, right?
No cap.
No cap, man. We gotta separate from all oppressors.
Shout out to Nation of Kings and Priests, too.
That's right.
Cap.
Shout out Israel, man.
Shout out Israel.
You know? So basically, the moral of the story is, matter of fact, get the moral of the story in Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes 12, Salakia. 13.
They destroyed the household. And then, Salakia, before you even get that, you got women out here beating their chest, and they walking around all puffed up. And they brag about not needing the man, and a lot of times with the Israelite families, the man isn't in the household. So basically, you women, if you really want to take that, now mind you, I understand the spiritual aspect that goes into our nation's issues and our nation's problems. You see what I'm saying? But if you women really want to take credit for doing everything, then you have to take credit for how jacked up our kids are. You got to take credit for that. It can't be I'm going to take credit whenever it's positive, and then whenever it's negative, I'm going to dish it off to the fact that daddy wasn't there.
Right,
he should have came to the soccer game. Go ahead.
A toxic mother is more damaging to her kids than an absent father.
Bring that out. Bring that out. You got that? 12 and 13?
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
The conclusion of the whole matter, right? The moral of the story.
Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
You fear the Most High God and you keep his commandments. That is the whole duty of man. That is the reason why you were here. Point blank, period. Is it a commandment for a brother to have more than one wife? No, it's not. However, it is a commandment for you sisters to love one another like you love yourself.
Bring that up.
So again, like we said all throughout this, I don't even know how long video right now. You have to love your sister like you love yourself, and if you know what you need, then you know what she needs. And if you know you have what you need and she does not have what she needs, then you should try to assist her in getting what she needs.
Right.
But you know, a lot of you guys get in your own way. So, you got anything else to say?
No. I guess I'll give a little shout out to the women that are trying to do what they can to stay in this truth and stay along with the truth.
Ernie.
What is that?
Most definitely, but you know they don't take accountability.
Yeah, I mean, Lord willing, they get right, they repent.
Oh, they gonna get right.
Yeah, they ain't got no choice, right?
They gonna get right. It was written, you know. They gonna get right.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. Lord willing, it happens fast though. You know what I'm saying, or sooner than later, I should say, because I do think it's unfortunate, man, and I do think that is I do believe that it's really hateful for a woman, like I said, to have everything that she needs at home and knowing that her quote unquote best friend or associate or whatever does not have that, but yet she just hogs hers. You know what I mean? She'll watch her best friend go through pimps, go through drug dealers, you know what I'm saying, go through niggas that don't want to do nothing. They want to sit at home and drink all the juicy juices. You know what I'm saying? They want to do all manner of wickedness, and I think it's just really evil for somebody to sit back and be of the mind state that is okay as long as you don't mess with what I got.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
It's like like I said, equated to food.
You equate it to anything, really.
Yeah.
That's a necessity.
Right.
You know?
It's something that we need as a nation to continue the nation.
That's right.
Procreation.
That's right.
Right? What you gonna do? You gonna keep your woman?
Melvin eating the fruit snacks again. Come on, they got Melvin eating the fruit snack, man.
Bring that up.
They'd rather Melvin be frying eggs in the kitchen butt naked. It's our women are crazy. I love them to death. There is nothing more beautiful, nothing more special, and nothing more. I mean, look, nothing more better to love, man. I mean, on a carnal level than a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman.
And I'll even say there's no stronger woman than Black, Hispanic, or Native American.
None.
Right? A lot of times they have to raise their children by themselves, right?
Right.
But I mean, and that goes into even them having the idea in their head that they can be equal or above the man. Like I said, no other nation's women in general has that thought process. They have that thought process because they are such strong women. Like, what is that in Exodus where it say they're more lively than everybody else. They're stronger women. So we give that to you, but you have to learn how to direct that in the right channels and be in order under your man.
And being strong isn't sloppy, but being strong isn't being selfish.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we have a problem with. Being strong is good. It's that being selfish and not caring for your sister like you care for yourself.
That's what strong is.
That's the epitome of strength as far as a woman go.
That's what strong is, man. So y'all gotta stop listening to Judge Lynn Toller on the damn divorce court. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop listening to Dr. Phil.
Bring that up.
You know what I mean? Y'all gotta stop listening to Oprah. You know, y'all gotta stop listening to anybody that's pushing that wicked system, man. And again, I'll bring it out again and say this: remember Israel. You so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the same people that are pushing this ideology that it is a wicked thing for a man to have more than one wife. These are the same people who told you were black. These are the same people who told you were Hispanic. These are the same people who told you were Native Americans, who raped, robbed, murdered you, and continue to do so until this day. These are the same people. So why in the hell do we hold so much value in what they have to say, or what their opinion is, or what their ideology is? So we have to come back to our to the law, statutes, and the commandments, you know, in the faith of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, and we got to start walking righteously and accordingly, you know, especially the single sisters giving relationship advice. Con.
Hey.
And those are the only people full of advice, is the single women.
Like it said in Ecclesiasticus, neither consult with the woman touching whom she is jealous. That goes into the same thing. Right. I'm not going to consult with a woman who's single, who chased off every man she ever been with for relationship advice.
Hell no. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. I'm going to end up in the same boat you in.
Right.
With no man.
And you're going to be happy.
Right.
Because you got somebody to paddle that boat with. You know? So we gotta snap out of that. Our brothers, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get it together. We gotta love our brothers the same way that we love us. The same people that say we're 3/5 human beings. Come on, bring that out, squad. That's right. These are the same people that lied to us about everything, but yet we want to trust what they have to say about anything. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, you know, he said, I had a fat guy tell me how to go on a diet. What the? Yeah. Come on, he ain't got no results to go off of. Right. It's like, look, whatever diet you're on, I don't want it.
That's why the Bible say, these laws, statutes, and commandments are our wisdom and our understanding. If you do them, right? You get understanding when you do the law, not when you just hear it and talk about it. When you make this applicable to your life and you walking in these law, statutes, and commandments, you see results. You see how this benefits your life, so you can teach other people how to walk and direct their way when they want the same results. Right. But I'm not going to listen to your overweight self if you trying to give me workout advice.
Some nigga with some Velcro shoes telling you how to tie your shoe.
Bring that up. They got a whole closet of Velcro shoes.
He got a whole closet of Velcro shoes, man. Right? It's nuts, man.
Talking about make bunny ears, huh?
He ain't got a wave in his hair telling you how to tie your wave cap.
Hey. That was it.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You gotta be smarter than that, man. Right. We gotta be smarter than that. So, you know, I don't really have anything else to say.
That's cool. Want to say call Allah, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua.
The blind leading the blind,
Sadar and Zawan, we appreciate y'all listening. Y'all take it easy. Keep these laws in the faith.
In debt to America. Shalom.